Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are checking out episode number 19 of Steins. We are marching ever so closer to the end of the series. I suppose we'll see now how Okabe plans to undo or resend whatever it was that Moeka did. We don't know how that's going to play out because Moeka is still a huge mysterious character to us. We know that she has killed Mayushi countless times at this point, and so she is a very threatening presence. And how do we undo that? Do we find out more about her first before we try anything? What can we do here? Like that's the big question. And I think that this episode is probably going to show more failures, and we might start to concoct a plan and come up with something that can help to fix things as we go on. And yeah, let's see, because we are still in the process of undoing everything. We are undoing all of the things that we did, all of the lovely things that we did for some of our friends anyway. We are undoing all of that to both save Mayushi and with the secondary plan of saving the world. It's not even the priority for Okabe. He is only thinking about Mayushi, but he, I'm sure, also knows that this is the thing that will help save the world as well. So yeah, we're just going to check it out. We're going to see what we get in episode number 19. Steins Gate, let's go. Alright, we got a very scary fog rolling over. Oh, and we start the episode with Moeka standing looking over the city. Big threatening presence, bringing in the darkness with her. Oh, what's she gonna... Oh, she's biting her lip. What's your deal? What can we do for you? What can you do for us? How do we undo this? How do we prevent any of the nasty shit from happening? Here we go. I'm scared. I'm very scared. This is very intense stuff. Oh, we're waiting out the time. So we survived until Komi-man now, and we're just waiting down the clock. Yeah, we gotta take our mind off this. We can't live our life just wondering, what if? Oh, yeah, seriously. But the thing is, yeah, we're constantly waiting. Ah, shit, tomorrow is the day. I mean, you don't know that for sure. That's what I've been saying. It's like a constant conversation that you're having with her and she never remembers. That's why I don't understand endless apoptosis. That's why I don't understand how that transference of memories works, where you tell them something from a different world line, because it's happening for... It happened for Ruka and Ferris, but I did kind of theorize what that meant. It goes back a day. That's awful. Yeah, the worst of all. That's the only way she'll believe it, that's right. Still Kurisu. That's so nice. She's always going to be there, and she means that, and we can believe it. What's Kurisu saying? Okay, we're getting updates. Crowded places, yep. At least we know she's being herself. Agree, right? That's right, we're tracking down the things she said. 2 or 3 days. Yeah, we can't just ask people, can we? Will they tell us? Huh? Well, a crime is obviously taking place here, but what happened?
自殺間違いないんですか？
ああ、いつです？昨日の夜、ご遺体は千代田第三病院に運ばれている。身寄り
shit.
が誰もいないみたいでね。
そんな。
Do we need to undo anything then? Is everything okay? Oh, now we got a tricky one because we could stay in this world line and potentially
仲間に殺された
Mayushi could continue to live, but
マユリを殺す
we haven't got the IBM 5100, so we won't save the world.
理由なんてどうでもいい。
Yeah.
このままじゃマユリが
You've been very talkative, Peanut.
タイムリープ。萌香が死ぬ前にタイムリープして。
Yeah, you're gonna be thinking about the possibilities.
もしもし。デッドラインは19時52分。すまなかった。
That's awful. That is awful. But yeah, she still died. I didn't know if she would. Guess it makes sense because it wasn't always just Moeka.
そうだったな、クリス。
Kurisu!
あんた今なんて
We did
君
it.
萌香という女を知っているか？
誰？
俺はタイムリープしてきた。
We know where she lives at least, so we can go there before she, jumps off the building. Guess that's what we were seeing at the beginning of the episode. I thought she was just kind of looking over the city as this ominous presence that we couldn't do anything about. Thought that's what we were gonna get. Huh. We just let ourselves in, huh? Has she got a chip under her eyeball? In her eyelid? Is she recharging? This is creepy as hell. Oh my god, that face. FB Father Brown? I don't know.
聞こえないのか？おい！
Oh my god, this is creepy as hell. She's not a person. She is not real. She is possessed. I mean, we can't just do that either. Like, jeez, Okabe. I mean, I understand this is for the good of everyone, but like, you just walked into her house. Or not her house, but where she lives. Yeah. Jesus Christ. What the hell? Jeez. Oh my god. You can't just hit a girl like that. You can't hit anyone. Jeez.
こいつを送ればマユリを。
Mayuri will this work? This seems really intense. Things are really scary right now. That was awful. I don't like that just happened. We didn't world leap. Shit, she didn't change. Phone? We're in the same world line. Did the words we used not convince her?
D メールは受け取った相手次第で効果が左右される。岡部の文章じゃ桐生萌香の行動は変えられないってこと？
じゃあどうすれば？機種変なんかしてなかったの？
Yes, we.
ちゃんと確認したんでしょ？
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
直前に別のメールを打って送ったんだ。
そんな D メールの内容はわからないってこと？
着信履歴が残っているはずだ。今調べて。
She is a woman possessed right now. I thought we were throwing her out the window. I was like, there's no way. Oh my god, this is gonna look really bad for us. Oh my god. Did she bite your tongue off? Oh, that's awful.
どうしたら返してくれる？
D メールを送ったことを覚えているか？2週間前奇妙なメールを受け取ったはずだ。未来の自分から内容を教えろ。そしたら返してやる。 どうした言えないのか
We're gonna have to say something.
ラウンダーに関係することか図星か答えろメールの内容は
裏切れない
誰を
Yeah, who are they?
FB ってやつか
Who is FB?
指示は FB から来る
Future.
FB は私のすべて
Future.
そいつがお前たちの指揮官か
I don't know. What is the B? Barrel?
その FB とやらはお前のことなんかどうでもいいらしいお前はこのまま FB に捨てられるんだ
Jeez.
そんなことない
連絡がないんだろうお前は裏切られたんだ切り捨てられたんだよ
違う FB はそんな人じゃない
I mean, like, yeah, there's still so much we don't know. Like, what is FB? And how can we prove that?
私を助けてくれ
In cabinet office?
お前は利用されたんだ
Did FB tell you to jump off the top of the building?
なんで俺にそんなことが言えるかわかるか
FB はお母さんみたいな
It's
人
like a mother?
俺は一種のタイムマシンを持っている未来から来たメールが証拠だ
私にもできますか私を必要としてくれた働いたことありません
I'm sorry, I'm just really, like, trying to take this all in. This is a lot.
その俺が見てきたんだよお前は4日後お前はこの部屋で自殺する FB からの連絡を待ったまま一人孤独にここで死ぬんだ
嘘
本当だもう FB から連絡なんて来やしない
Go to the future and take a picture and send it to her.
いつか
I don't know if we can send pictures, actually.
ずっと待ち続けだろおかしいとは思わないかお前は死ぬんだここでこの薄暗い空っぽの部屋でマユリを殺したお前はここで一人で捨てられて裏切られてゴミくずみたいに
Jesus.
命を絶つんだ
Okay, I guess you didn't jump off the building.
FB もな
Jeez, that was a scream. Okabe, that was brutal. That was rough. This episode is a heavy one. This is a very heavy one. I'm sorry, I'm just kind of like focused on what I'm saying. I don't know what to say or do here.
悪かった母親って言ってたな FB ってのは女なのか
A woman. Okay.
会ったことない会いたくない会えばきっと幻滅させる
よくそんな奴の言いなりに
居場所をくれた私
居場所
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it gonna be like Mayushi? Like,
バカだ
is Mayushi the one ordering Mayushi to die in some weird, sick and twisted thing? Like, it's not gonna be Kurisu, right?
心配させんな
心配してくれたのか
心配なんかしてない
すまない
じゃあ IBN5100 を盗み出したのは
モエカだ
今どこにあるの
それ以上は何も
Yeah, I figured she was the one. It seemed like the most obvious.
7月31日の午前11時頃ね起動した
なぜだ
どう
ダメだ
過去の桐生萌香が D メールを信じなかったのか念のため初めの D メールに従ったのか別の文面でもう一度
おそらくモエカを動かせるのはあいつだけだ
FB.
あいつの携帯からメールを送ることができれば無条件で従うはず
She needs one from FB.
俺は FB を探す何か居場所に心当たりはあっても話すわけないか
さっき言ってた私が誰かを殺したって未来のこと
ああ FB の命令ならやるんだろう
やるきっと
利用されていると分かってもかそうやって依存したまま捨てられて死んでいくんだ
Jeez.
4日後8月15日お前の死はこの世界によって決められている。避けられやしない。だが俺はそんなのごめんだ。俺は世界に抗う。マユリを必ず救ってみせる。
Yeah, we're gonna save Mayushi, and maybe in the process we'll save you, Moeka. You were also once upon a time a lab member. Oh my god, the handprints.
コインロック大ビル前 IPN
Oh shit, we stashed it? We're gonna get the 5100, let's go. That's huge, that's a good start. That's a good way to end this episode, because this episode was very tense and I needed something to just give me hope. But jeez, that was a raw episode. I don't know. I've got no words after that. I really don't have much to say. That's just kind of like... On one hand, I loved the storytelling in this episode, but I hated this episode from... it made me feel so uneasy and so on edge that this was a tough episode. I know there have been other really tough episodes to watch, but this one was brutal. For, you know, the purposes of editing, it won't look like I've taken any time, but I'm gonna need like at least 5 minutes just to step away from this episode for a bit, because that was a really tough one to watch mentally, and just yeah, that I'll obviously cut out the time that I'm away, but yeah, post talk coming right after this, I guess. And that was episode 19 of Steins Gate, an episode that really shook me genuinely, like truly. Like I didn't expect things to get physical, things to get violent, and for the levels that Okabe went to here. I did always know, I guess, in the back of my head, I knew that Moeka was going to eventually become a figure or a character we would sympathize with or pity or feel sorry for, because it's very clear she's under orders. It's very clear that she is not necessarily even her own person. She's just doing what she's being told. Like, that's been pretty clear to us for a long time now. But seeing the way Okabe handled this situation, that was rough. That was a very tough watch. And yeah, I don't know if I'm going to talk about this for much, because, you know, the kind of schedule that I'm on right now, like I do need to record as much as possible today, and I'm not using that as an excuse to not talk about this episode. This episode is just tough to talk about in general. If I wanted to talk about it, I would spend an hour talking about it, you know, like I've never let scheduling kind of get in the way before. It's just the fact that I didn't like that Okabe assaulted her in multiple ways. You know, he punched her, for one. That's not okay. Like, I don't like that he got violent. We've never seen him get violent before. It's not the kind of character I thought he was. Although in saying that, we have seen that he is not the same person he is anymore anyway, because in the scene where Kurisu went with Mayushi to Komima, and Kurisu called in hysterics, tears, saying Mayushi is dead, Okabe doesn't flinch. He simply says, time of death, this, and that, whatever. And he just immediately travels to the past. He immediately time leaps. So obviously he's not the same person. He is hardened, he is desensitized, and he is completely different from the Okabe we knew. And that's once again harking back to conversations Mayushi has had with Okabe, both in the dream world and, you know, when they were just traveling right before they met Moeka and told Moeka about the time leap machine, where Mayushi was like, will we never have these moments, you know, all this here, just like stuff that's happened that one person remembers that the other person doesn't. It's almost like you're not the same person at that point, and that's kind of Mayushi's whole point. And we see that Okabe is not the same person. He gets violent. He physically punches Moeka here in this episode. He forces himself onto her in a situation where he thought that he would get in trouble, like someone would call the police on him. He kissed her without her wanting that, like without consent, anything like that. So he assaulted her in that way too. Like, it's not okay. You know, like Okabe is continuing down this really slippery slope. And I understand that's the writing. Like, I understand that that's part of the writing where it's showing a character go from like the happiest person you know, like the most jolly guy, always going ha 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 ha. I am Okabe. No, I'm not Okabe. I am Hoin Kyoma. Blah blah blah. Mad scientist. You know, we've gone from that to this episode where he's telling Moeka, "You're going to kill yourself. You're going to be alone. Does not care about you." You know, like that's awful. I hate seeing how far Okabe has gone here. I hate seeing that he has gone off the deep end. And I hate knowing that he is no longer the Okabe that I knew and loved at the beginning of this series. It truly pains me to know where we're at right now. It really does hurt. Like, I don't know if other reaction channels, when they see Okabe punching Moeka, they're like, yeah, get her ass or something. I'm not going to give you that. I'm just assuming. I genuinely don't know how people react to that. I feel like this is very much set up in a way that you're not supposed to celebrate that. You're not supposed to cheer that. But I understand that people are going to hate Moeka so much to the point where they're going to be happy to see this. But nah, that I was not happy to see this at all. I was broken. Like, this pained me, and a lot of that is because of how different Okabe is now from he was at the beginning. Like, it sucks. It really sucks. And I suspect that we will see him continue to go deeper and deeper until things maybe get to the point where he manages to save Mayushi, but at what cost? I think that's the whole point of this at this point. At what cost do you go to save another life? Because Okabe is not Okabe anymore. He might as well just be Hoin Kyoma at this point. He is not Okabe Rintaro. He still has those feelings of love and adoration and wanting to be with his friends, the Okabe that we know. But his actions, that's not him. That's not him. And I understand that this is because he's been put through so much. And I don't want to diminish that. I understand that he has watched Mayushi die now probably countless hundreds of times at this point. And at that point, like, you might feel the want to take it out on the person that you've seen killing someone you love hundreds of times. I understand why he lashed out the way he did. But that still doesn't make it okay. Like, it still does not make it okay. It still really hurts. It still really sucks to see that he has gone to this point. I do think, I'll be completely honest, I think the character writing for Okabe Rintaro has been phenomenal. I think his writing has been incredibly well done here, where we have seen that transition. Like, it's like watching Breaking Bad all over again, but seeing that transformation happen in a much shorter span of time. I don't mean to compare two series. Like, I don't want to compare like two series in a way other than like comparing the two main characters, the transformations between those two main characters. And I think that the writing for that has been amazing, because we have seen every other character continue to be the character that they are, continue to be who they have been from the beginning, except Okabe Rintaro. And that is the point here. That is why I am very much interested and excited to see where things go, how far we go. When we return to the point of episode 1, what we're there to do, what we plan to do, what the outcome will be. Do we kill Kurisu? Is Kurisu FB? Do we go to the past to kill her before we introduce her to the group? I don't know. I don't know who this FB is, but the mention of a motherly figure and then showing flashes of Moeka alongside Mayushi and Kurisu, it has me worried. It really, truly has me worried, especially after everything Suzuha was saying about Kurisu. But at the same time, we know Kurisu is dead in the future in 2036. So who is the one controlling this? Who's the one sending these messages? Who is FB? And can we meet them? And will we be able to change anything? I'm worried. I'm scared. But I'm hopeful now that we have our hands, hopefully, on the IBM 5100. We know where it is, and we'll be able to hopefully change things and fix a lot of these mistakes that we have made. Because right now things are very difficult. We are in a very difficult position, and it's going to be very hard to circumnavigate this and make things right again. But I'm looking forward to it. I'll be completely honest with you guys. I think that this episode was so perfect in its writing that it made me feel this way. I have not felt this way since episode, what, like 9? I can't even remember how many episodes there were of Devilman Crybaby, but I think it was the second last episode. I was broken. And I truly feel that way right now. And that is because of our main character, Okabe Rintaro here. He is really torturing me right now, and I feel so sorry for him, because he is the one who's truly tortured. And so to make it about me feeling tortured, that's not fair to his character. But yeah, I guess I needed to share my thoughts and feelings, and why I feel the way I feel, and why I'm reacting the way I'm reacting to these episodes. Man, this was both one of the best episodes of the series, but also the probably like the one episode I never want to watch again. I don't know if that makes sense. I really don't know if I ever want to watch this episode again. It's going to be very difficult to edit this episode, I'll tell you that. Because this really it really hurt. This episode really hurt. I feel like I'm just saying the same things over and over again. I don't know if I'm really going to spend time going through this episode. I just needed to share that. I needed to spend time talking about how this episode made me feel and everything like that, because I'll be checking out episode 20 like very shortly after this. I might record an episode of Freerun in between just to break up the Steins Gate, because I don't want to go into the next Steins Gate episode feeling the same way I do. I'd like to take a little breather before diving into the next episode, just in case it is just as heavy as this one, because this was really heavy, really raw, and really intense. And yeah, let me just say, like, I know I said ages ago that this was, I didn't like this episode. I mean that in the sense that I didn't like what I saw, but the writing, everything in this episode was truly great. We saw so many breaking points in this episode. We got to see the pathetic side of Moeka. We got to see a side that we could pity, like pity her, but also like the fact that Okabe still lashes out when she is very clearly pitiful says a lot about how he feels and everything he's experienced. And yeah, I'm sorry that this isn't any longer, this post-episode talk. I like to normally talk about the episodes and really dive into them, but this one this one's a toughie, and I hope that you guys still enjoyed. I hope that you guys are doing well today, because this was very difficult. And I guess like Kurisu said in this episode, like, no matter what you're going through, you're never alone. And yeah, like that goes for all of us. And I think that that's going to be important going forward for Okabe, that he knows that Kurisu has said these words, "You're not alone." And he is still in this world line where he has called her Kurisu, first of all, and that he knows that he can count on Kurisu no matter what. And yeah, it's important to have someone that you can depend on. So yeah, I hope that all of you guys have someone like that. And I hope that all of you guys are having a great day today. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And also comment down below letting me know your reactions to this episode when you first watched it. I'd love to hear how each of you felt, because yeah, you guys know how I felt at this point. It's all I've been talking about. But yeah, I hope that you're able to have a great day today, that you're able to take it easy. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. I hope that you're doing well, and yeah, take care.